When it comes to buying a car, we all want to feel like we're making a smart investment. Nobody wants to drop tens of thousands of dollars on a vehicle, only to find out it's unreliable, overpriced, or worse, a total money pit. But according to Consumer Reports, there are some cars on the market right now that check all the wrong boxes. From constant recalls and transmission failures to sky-high repair bills and terrible resale value, these vehicles look fine in the showroom, but quickly turn into regrets on wheels. In this video, we're counting down the 17 worst cars that no one buys, based on real reliability scores, owner complaints, and industry data. And trust me, some of the names on this list might surprise you. Stick with me until the end, because the car that landed at number 1 is a brand new model from a trusted brand, and it's already being called one of the biggest disappointments of the year. If you're even thinking about buying an SUV or truck in the next few months, you'll want to know why. Let's get started. And kicking off our list at number 17 is a sedan that proves cheap doesn't always mean good value. Number 17, Volkswagen Jetta. The Volkswagen Jetta is often advertised as an affordable and stylish compact sedan, starting at just under $22,000. On paper, it looks like a solid deal. Decent fuel economy, around 30 miles per gallon, and that European-inspired styling. But Consumer Reports and many owners say otherwise. The biggest problem? Reliability. Models from 2019 to 2021 in particular are notorious for transmission failures, stalling engines, and electrical gremlins that leave owners frustrated and facing expensive repair bills. One common complaint is the DSG gearbox, which can suddenly slip or fail altogether. And when that happens, you're not looking at a quick fix. You're looking at thousands of dollars in repairs. Safety hasn't been stellar either. The Jetta has faced recalls for defective fuel lines and airbag malfunctions, raising concerns about long-term durability and crash protection. For a modern sedan, that's disappointing. Even when it's running well, the Jetta struggles to compete. The interior feels dated and cheap compared to rivals like the Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla, both of which offer better reliability and higher resale value. And speaking of resale, the Jetta depreciates faster than many of its competitors, meaning you lose more money the moment you drive it off the lot. Yes, some owners like the smooth ride and mileage, but the number of reliability complaints and costly repairs make the Jetta a risky choice. If you're shopping for a dependable compact sedan, there are simply better options out there. Number 16, Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. On paper, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid seems like the perfect family hauler. Starting around $44,000, it offers 3 rows of seating, plenty of cargo space, and a hybrid system that promises fuel efficiency as high as 82 miles per gallon equivalent. Add in the potential $7,500 federal tax credit, and it looks like a smart buy. But the reality? Not so much. The biggest issue is reliability. Consumer Reports has flagged multiple model years for serious problems, especially the 2021 through 2023 models. Owners report frequent issues with the battery, charging system, and onboard electronics. Frozen screens, malfunctioning battery warmers, and even complete shutdowns have left families stranded, which is the last thing you want in a minivan. Recalls have piled up as well. In 2023, Chrysler recalled over 67,000 Pacifica hybrids for a defective transmission wiring connector that could cause the engine to stall without warning. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous, especially on the highway. Maintenance costs are another sore spot. Even though hybrids should, in theory, save money over time, the Pacifica's high repair costs quickly erase those fuel savings. Consumer Reports consistently ranks it below average for dependability compared to competitors like the Toyota Sienna Hybrid, which offers better efficiency and far fewer issues. Families buy minivans for peace of mind, but the Pacifica Hybrid delivers the opposite: constant stress about what might go wrong next. It might look eco-friendly and family-friendly on the surface, but beneath it all, this Chrysler is a headache waiting to happen. Number 15, Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier has a loyal fan base thanks to its reputation as a rugged, no-frills midsize truck. Starting at around $29,000, it looks like an affordable alternative to bigger pickups. But Consumer Reports data and owner complaints show that the Frontier has struggled for years with reliability issues. Older models, particularly from 2005 to 2010 and again 2013 to 2018, are infamous for transmission failures, defective airbags, and faulty fuel systems. One of the most notorious problems involved radiator leaks that mixed coolant with transmission fluid, a design flaw that could completely destroy the transmission, often before 100,000 miles. Repairs for that issue alone can run into the thousands. Even the newer redesigned models haven't fully escaped criticism. Owners still report a stiff ride, basic interior, and disappointing fuel economy, averaging just 18 miles per gallon, which is poor even by mid-sized truck standards. And while off-road trims like the Pro 4X add rugged features, they don't make up for the Frontier's lack of refinement compared to competitors. Safety recalls haven't helped its reputation either. Recent issues with airbags and braking components have raised concerns about reliability and long-term durability. Add in high depreciation compared to rivals like the Toyota Tacoma or Ford Ranger, and the Frontier quickly loses its appeal as a smart financial choice. Yes, it still offers toughness and simplicity that some drivers love, but if you're looking for a mid-size truck that balances ruggedness with reliability, there are better options than the Nissan Frontier. Number 14, Jaguar F-Pace. The Jaguar F-Pace is a luxury SUV that turns heads with its sleek design and sporty performance. Starting at around $58,000, it promises style, power, and the prestige of the Jaguar badge. But beneath the surface, Consumer Reports and countless owners say it's a different story. The most common complaint? Electrical problems. The infotainment system is notorious for glitches, freezing screens, and failed updates. Owners also report issues with the fuel pump, faulty sensors, and excessive oil consumption. Problems you'd never expect from a luxury SUV at this price point. Reliability ratings have been consistently poor, with the F-Pace ranking near the bottom of luxury SUVs in surveys. The 2023 What Car? Reliability study placed Jaguar 29th out of 32 brands, below rivals like BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. That means more time in the repair shop and more money out of pocket. Safety hasn't been flawless either. Jaguar has issued recalls for faulty brake systems and other critical components, raising questions about durability. And when something goes wrong, the repair bills can be shocking. Owners often joke that the F-Pace drives like a dream when it's not in the shop, which unfortunately sums up the ownership experience for many. For buyers looking at luxury SUVs, competitors like the Audi Q7 or Mercedes GLE offer better reliability, higher resale value, and fewer headaches. The F-Pace may look sharp and drive well when it's working, but the constant risk of breakdowns makes it a tough sell. Number 13, Jeep Wrangler. Few vehicles are as iconic as the Jeep Wrangler. Starting around $33,000, it's built for adventure, with removable doors, trail-ready trims, and that unmistakable Jeep styling. But when it comes to reliability and everyday driving, the Wrangler has more red flags than green lights. Consumer Reports consistently ranks the Wrangler well below average in reliability. Owners complain about electrical problems, excessive rust, noisy engines, and constant recalls. One of the most frustrating issues is the steering. Drivers describe it as vague and wandering, making highway driving tiring and, in some cases, unsafe. Add in the firm suspension, and you're left with a bumpy, uncomfortable ride on paved roads. Recalls have been a recurring theme. Recent models face problems with faulty fuel lines, airbag defects, and even structural cracks. These aren't minor inconveniences, they are safety risks. Combine that with poor fuel economy, averaging just 19 miles per gallon, and the Wrangler becomes one of the least practical daily drivers in its class. Depreciation is another hidden cost. While Wranglers often hold value when new, models with higher mileage drop quickly, leaving many owners upside down on their loans. And when you factor in high insurance premiums and repair costs, that rugged lifestyle starts looking very expensive. There's no denying the Wrangler shines off-road, but if you're not hitting the trails regularly, the trade-offs in comfort, safety, and reliability make it a poor financial choice. For most drivers, it's simply more trouble than it's worth. Number 12, Mitsubishi Mirage. The Mitsubishi Mirage is one of the cheapest new cars you can buy in America, starting at just under $17,000. At first glance, that low price tag makes it look like a budget-friendly commuter. But as Consumer Reports points out, this is one of those cases where cheap quickly turns into expensive. Under the hood, the Mirage uses a tiny 3-cylinder engine that's weak, noisy, and full of vibration. Acceleration is painfully sluggish, making highway merges and passing maneuvers feel unsafe. The handling is clumsy and the ride quality is harsh. Not what you want for a car you'll be driving every day. Safety is another major concern. The Mirage has scored poorly in crash tests, especially the small overlap crash test by IIHS, raising red flags about passenger protection. Add in numerous recalls, including problems with airbags, brakes, and even the SRS crash sensors, and confidence in the car's long-term durability drops even further. Owners also report frequent transmission issues, screeching brakes, and weak air conditioning systems in newer models. On top of that, the Mirage's interior feels bare bones and low quality, with cheap materials that wear out quickly. And here's the kicker. Despite its bargain price, the Mirage has higher than expected maintenance costs. Over a 10-year period, owners can expect to spend more than $5,000 in repairs and maintenance, erasing any savings at the dealership. Plus, Mitsubishi has already announced the Mirage will be discontinued in the US after 2025, which means parts and resale value will only get worse. The Mirage might look like the cheapest way to get into a new car, but in reality, it's a financial trap. Cheap is expensive, and this little hatchback proves it. Number 11. Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport. When Ford brought back the Bronco, fans were thrilled. Starting at around $39,600 with high-performance trims like the Raptor, climbing past $90,000, it promised rugged styling and serious off-road capability. On paper, it looked like the perfect Jeep Wrangler rival. But in reality, ownership has been far less exciting. The Bronco has been hit hard by reliability issues. Multiple recalls have plagued the 2021 through 2023 models, including a cracked fuel injector that could cause fires, a serious safety risk. Owners also report transmission problems, noisy engines, and roof mechanisms that rattle or leak. Even the V6 versions have been flagged for valve train problems, reducing performance and driving confidence. Inside, the Bronco disappoints for its price point. Cabin materials feel cheap, rattles develop early, and the infotainment system is often criticized as slow and outdated. For a vehicle competing with the Jeep Wrangler, those shortcomings stand out. Comfort is another letdown. On the highway, the Bronco feels rough, noisy, and unrefined. Fuel economy averages just 17 miles per gallon, making daily driving costly. When combined with higher than average insurance premiums, the Bronco can drain your wallet faster than expected. Off-road, the Bronco delivers, no question. But as a daily driver, it falls short. Between the constant recalls, questionable build quality, and disappointing ride comfort, the Bronco proves that sometimes nostalgia and cool design don't add up to a reliable SUV. Number 10. Volvo XC60. The Volvo XC60 is a stylish compact luxury SUV that starts around $53,000. It's known for its clean Scandinavian design, premium interior, and Volvo's excellent safety reputation. At first glance, it seems like the perfect balance of luxury and practicality, but Consumer Reports data tells a different story. The 2024 XC60 alone faced 3 major recalls, and owners consistently report transmission problems, sudden engine stalling, and infotainment glitches. Even advanced driver assist features, which should inspire confidence, have been known to malfunction, creating more frustration than safety. Fuel efficiency is another weak point. At about 22 miles per gallon combined, it's not terrible, but for the price and class, it feels underwhelming compared to more efficient luxury competitors. And when something breaks, maintenance and repair bills are steep, quickly adding up over time. Owners also point out that while the XC60 is safe, it's not always dependable. Transmission failures and repeated electronic issues mean more time in the shop and higher ownership costs. And compared to rivals like the BMW X3 or Audi Q5, the XC60 struggles to deliver long-term value. Yes, it's beautiful and it's safe, but when you factor in recalls, repair costs, and nagging reliability issues, the XC60 becomes a risky choice for anyone looking for dependable luxury transportation. Number 9. Chevrolet Blazer. The Chevrolet Blazer makes a bold first impression. Starting at around $35,000 and climbing past $44,000 for higher trims, it stands out with its aggressive styling and modern tech features. On the surface, it looks like Chevy's answer to sporty midsize SUVs, but according to Consumer Reports, looks can be deceiving. Reliability has been a constant problem. Owners of 2020 through 2022 models report engine stalling, electrical failures, and infotainment system breakdowns. These issues often pop up well before 50,000 miles, leading to costly repairs and frustration. Fuel economy is another letdown. At just 20 miles per gallon combined, the Blazer lags behind competitors like the Honda Passport and Toyota Venza. Insurance premiums are also higher than average for the segment, and depreciation hits hard, meaning resale values drop faster than many rivals. Safety ratings haven't helped its case either. Some trims scored below competitors in crash testing, raising concerns for families looking for peace of mind. And despite its price tag, the interior quality and overall ride experience are often described as rough and unrefined. One customer summed it up perfectly. The Blazer looks sporty, but it doesn't back it up with substance. With higher ownership costs, reliability concerns, and stronger competition out there, the Blazer ends up being more style than substance, and a risky SUV to bet on long term. Number 8. Rivian R1T. The Rivian R1T made headlines as the first all-electric pickup to hit the US market. With a starting price around $71,700 and top trims climbing past $85,000, it promised futuristic design, off-road capability, and a strong 314-mile range. On paper, it looked like the truck of the future, but early buyers have learned that innovation comes with big headaches. The R1T has faced multiple recalls since launch. In 2024 alone, it was recalled for problems with airbags, accelerator pedals, and even seatbelt anchors. Add in widespread reports of software glitches, suspension issues, and charging interruptions, and the ownership experience starts to feel less like cutting-edge tech and more like beta testing. Repair delays are another major issue. Because Rivian is still a young company, service centers are few and far between. Some owners have waited weeks, even months, just to get basic repairs completed. That limited technician availability makes breakdowns especially frustrating compared to legacy brands. Charging is another challenge. Rivian uses its own unique connector, and while adapters exist, long road trips can be stressful due to limited charging infrastructure compared to Tesla or Ford's growing networks. For a truck marketed as adventure-ready, that's a big limitation. There's no question the R1T is innovative and exciting, but between recalls, software issues, repair delays, and limited charging, it feels more like a gamble than a dependable truck. For most buyers, the R1T isn't ready for prime time. Number 7. Buick Encore. The Buick Encore has often been marketed as a comfortable and affordable compact SUV. With a starting price around $26,000, it seems like a smart option for city drivers who want a small footprint with decent cargo space. But dig deeper, and Consumer Reports shows why this SUV has fallen out of favor with buyers. The Encore's biggest flaw is performance. Powered by a 1.4-liter turbocharged engine, it feels underpowered on the highway. Merging, passing, or climbing steep grades can be stressful, the opposite of what most people want in a daily driver. Owners also complain about transmission issues, air conditioning failures, and electrical glitches that lead to costly repairs over time. Safety is another weak spot. The Encore has lagged behind its competitors when it comes to advanced driver assist features. Even in newer models, it lacks many of the safety technologies that come standard on rivals like the Honda HR-V or Toyota Corolla Cross. Add in several recalls affecting the powertrain, airbags, and seatbelt systems, and confidence in the Encore's long-term reliability starts to fade. Fuel economy is decent at about 25 miles per gallon, but it doesn't make up for the Encore's shortcomings in reliability and driving dynamics. Depreciation also hurts buyers. Resale values fall quickly, leaving owners upside down on loans faster than expected. While the Encore offers comfort and affordability at first glance, the lack of reliability, weak performance, and outdated safety features make it a tough vehicle to recommend. In the long run, this affordable SUV could end up costing you more than you bargained for. Number 6. Lincoln Aviator. The Lincoln Aviator is supposed to be Lincoln's answer to luxury SUVs like the Audi Q7 or BMW X5. With a starting price around $53,000 and fully loaded black label trims, climbing past $88,000. Buyers expect refinement, performance, and top-tier comfort. Unfortunately, the Aviator misses the mark in critical ways. The most glaring issue is reliability. Consumer Reports highlights frequent problems with the electrical system, transmission, and interior electronics. Models from 2020 through 2024 have been hit with recalls ranging from faulty airbags to serious wiring defects. For a luxury SUV at this price point, those kinds of issues are unacceptable. Fuel economy is another disappointment. The Aviator averages just 18 miles per gallon combined, making it one of the least efficient mid-size luxury SUVs on the market. That means higher fuel costs on top of already expensive repairs. Owners also complain that despite its premium price, the driving experience feels less polished than competitors, with rough shifts, lagging acceleration, and cabin noise creeping in at highway speeds. Compared to rivals like the BMW X5 or Audi Q7, the Aviator struggles to deliver on value. It lacks the rock-solid reliability of its German competitors, and depreciation hits hard, further reducing its long-term appeal. The Aviator looks luxurious in the showroom, but once you live with it, the story changes. Between recalls, poor reliability, and high running costs, this SUV proves that a high sticker price doesn't always mean high quality. Number 5. Fiat 500L. The Fiat 500L was Fiat's attempt to expand on the success of the quirky 500 hatchback, offering more space and practicality. Starting at about $24,000, it seemed like an affordable way to get European flair in a family-friendly package. But according to Consumer Reports and countless owners, the 500L ended up being one of Fiat's biggest flops in the US market. The 500L is plagued with reliability issues. Models from 2014 to 2017 in particular have a long list of complaints, including transmission failures, engine stalling, and suspension defects. On top of that, the infotainment system is glitchy, and interior materials wear down far too quickly for a vehicle in this price range. Safety hasn't been much better. Fiat issued multiple recalls for the 500L, covering airbag malfunctions, fuel leaks, and structural problems. While it managed to pass basic crash tests, the lack of advanced safety features made it feel outdated compared to rivals. Depreciation has been brutal. Some owners reported their 500-liter lost more than 50% of its value in just 3 years. Combine that with frequent repair bills, and this affordable car becomes one of the most expensive mistakes you can make. Fiat officially discontinued the 500L in 2021, citing poor sales and fading demand. Today, it's remembered less as a family car and more as a financial regret. If you're considering one on the used market, think twice. There are far more reliable and affordable options out there. Number 4. GMC Sierra 1500. The GMC Sierra 1500 is marketed as a tough, capable full-size pickup, priced anywhere from $38,900 for base trims to more than $86,000 for the luxury Denali Ultimate. It promises power, towing strength, and plenty of style. But when it comes to reliability, Consumer Reports and owners say the Sierra doesn't live up to the hype. Models from 2014 to 2019 have been plagued by transmission failures, engine problems, and faulty electronics. One of the most serious recalls involved brake system failures, a frightening issue for any vehicle, let alone a heavy truck. Others included risks of engine block heater fires, further damaging its reputation. Owners also report frequent issues with steering components and electrical systems, which lead to expensive and time-consuming repairs. With repair bills often running into the thousands, the Sierra quickly becomes costly to own, beyond the warranty period. Fuel economy is another downside. Averaging just 17 miles per gallon, the Sierra lags behind competitors like the Ford F-150, and even its sibling, the Chevrolet Silverado, which generally earns better marks for dependability. Insurance premiums and depreciation are also higher than average, adding hidden costs that eat into long-term value. Yes, the Sierra offers strong towing capacity and a comfortable ride when new, but the long list of reliability problems makes it a risky bet. For buyers looking for a dependable truck, the Sierra 1500 should probably stay off the shortlist. Number 3. Land Rover Range Rover Sport. The Land Rover Range Rover Sport is one of the flashiest SUVs on the market, with prices starting around $85,000 and stretching well over $120,000 for top trims. Buyers expect nothing short of luxury, performance, and prestige. And on the surface, the Range Rover Sport delivers. A gorgeous interior, powerful engine options, and that unmistakable Land Rover badge. But dig deeper, and the story changes quickly. Consumer reports and reliability surveys consistently place Land Rover near the bottom of the rankings. The Range Rover Sport, in particular, has struggled with engine failures, transmission problems, and endless electrical glitches. Owners often report malfunctioning air suspensions, warning lights that won't go away, and electronics that seem to have a mind of their own. The worst model years, especially 2006 to 2008 and 2013, are notorious for breakdowns that cost owners thousands. Even newer models are not immune, with recalls covering everything from engine components to faulty electronics. When things do go wrong, repairs are incredibly expensive. Routine maintenance alone costs far more than most luxury SUVs, and major repairs can rival the price of a used car. Depreciation is another painful reality. Despite the high sticker price, Range Rovers lose value faster than many competitors. Add in sky-high insurance premiums, and the cost of ownership becomes staggering. For some buyers, the prestige of the Range Rover name is worth the risk, but for most, the Range Rover Sport is less of a luxury SUV and more of a financial gamble. If reliability and value matter to you, this one should stay far off your radar. Number 2. Polestar 2. The Polestar 2 is one of the newer entries in the electric vehicle market, priced at about $49,900 to start. With sleek Scandinavian design, sporty performance, and Google-powered infotainment, it's marketed as a stylish alternative to the Tesla Model 3. But according to consumer reports and owner feedback, the Polestar 2 still has a long way to go before it's a reliable daily driver. The most common complaints are software and electronic glitches. Owners report infotainment freezes, random warning messages, and issues with driver assist systems that sometimes disengage without warning. More seriously, earlier models, especially from 2021 and 2022, were recalled for battery and high-voltage system problems that could cause the car to suddenly shut down. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Service availability is another major weakness. Unlike Tesla or legacy automakers, Polestar has a very limited dealer and repair network in the US. That means if something goes wrong, you could be waiting weeks or traveling hundreds of miles just to get basic service. For buyers used to widespread support from Toyota, Ford, or even Tesla, that's a huge drawback. On top of that, the Polestar 2's EPA estimated range of 270 miles is good, but still falls short of rivals like the Tesla Model 3 or Hyundai Ioniq 6. The ride itself is also on the stiff side, which many owners say doesn't live up to its premium price tag. While the Polestar 2 has style and innovation, the lack of long-term reliability, limited service network, and recurring recalls make it a risky EV to invest in today. For most buyers, better proven options are still out there. Number 1. Toyota Sequoia, 2023 redesign. When you think of Toyota, you probably think of rock-solid reliability. That's why it may shock you to see the Toyota Sequoia at the very top of this list. The redesigned Sequoia, launched in 2023, was supposed to bring new life to Toyota's full-size SUV lineup, starting at about $61,000 and climbing past $80,000 for higher trims. It's not cheap, and expectations were sky-high. But Consumer Reports has ranked it as one of the least reliable new SUVs on the market. The biggest problem is its complex hybrid powertrain. Instead of improving dependability, the system has introduced new headaches. Owners report glitchy electronics, rough shifting, and clunky acceleration, especially when towing. For a full-size SUV that's marketed as a family hauler and tow rig, those issues are hard to overlook. Consumer Reports also found problems with the Sequoia's infotainment system, driver assist tech, and interior build quality. Some owners complain of rattles, squeaks, and cheap materials that don't match the premium price tag. Add in below-average fuel economy for its class, despite being a hybrid. And the Sequoia feels like it's falling behind competitors. What really hurts Toyota's reputation here is that buyers expected the Sequoia to be bulletproof, like the 4Runner or Land Cruiser. Instead, the redesigned model has landed at the bottom of reliability rankings, with early adopters already reporting costly and frustrating problems. Compared to rivals like the Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon, or Ford Expedition, the Sequoia delivers less value, more headaches, and higher costs. For a brand built on dependability, this SUV is a rare misstep, and right now, one of the worst new vehicles you can buy. Bonus tip: don't just check the sticker price. Here's a bonus mistake buyers make all the time: focusing only on the sticker price when choosing a car. A low monthly payment or bargain starting price doesn't always mean you're saving money. What really matters is the total cost of ownership. Things like fuel economy, insurance, depreciation, and especially reliability. A car like the Mitsubishi Mirage or Chevy Blazer might look affordable on the lot. But when you factor in expensive repairs, high insurance, and terrible resale value, you can end up spending thousands more than if you just bought a slightly pricier, but more reliable, option up front. Smart buyers know that a car is more than just its price tag. Before you sign the papers, check long-term reliability ratings, compare insurance costs, and think about what that car will be worth in 5 years. It's a small step that can save you a massive financial headache down the road. So, there you have it. The 17 worst cars that no one buys, plus one bonus tip to help you avoid turning your dream car into a nightmare. The truth is, most of these vehicles don't fall apart on day one. The problems build slowly: recalls, repairs, high fuel bills, and resale values that sink faster than you expect. But now, you know what to look out for, and you can make a smarter choice the next time you're shopping for a car. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with someone who's car shopping right now, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next breakdown. In the next video, I'll be covering the 10 most reliable cars that will easily last over 200,000 miles. And trust me, you'll want to know which models truly stand the test of time. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.